Are you keeping up with current events that affect us veterans? Because Congress just passed historic legislation that reportedly benefits nearly all veterans. Is that reality, or is it just hyperbole designed to appease us? How you doing? This is Bo Riley on station with the VABA, here with the latest and most important issues for you and your loved ones. This monumental bill supposedly affects veterans and their families and addresses many important issues. A few examples: mental health, women's issues, homeless veterans, veterans exposed to burn pits, and many other relevant problems. It appears impressive at first blush, mainly because it was touted so heavily in the media and by members of Congress. Representative Phil Rowe from Tennessee overstated the impact of the bill when he said, "There is something in this bill for just about every one of our nation's veterans and their loved ones." Hold on there, Mr. Rowe. There are millions of my fellow veterans out there who need to know the reality behind that hype. When I carefully examined the wording in all 300+ pages, I found that most veterans won't even be affected by any measures in this sweeping bill. Example: many of the individual bills and acts call for studies and analyses of certain issues, the results of which won't even be known for years, nor will they impact veterans anytime soon, if at all. What's the point if all that hype amounts to nothing proactive for us veterans right now? That make you mad? It sure disappoints me, but let's keep going and check out a few of those bullet points. First up, mental health. The bill orders small grants to be awarded to individual organizations for mental health issues. When you closely examine the amount of funds available for these programs, they amount to too little too late, I'm sorry to say. And that's especially for veterans who've died by their own hand, and we lose nearly 30 of our brothers and sisters every single day. I'm also wondering why Congress and the VA chose to work with outside agencies, because the efficacy of studies and investigations in the private sector has amounted to nothing significant. So how are these largely ineffective organizations going to help our veterans in need right now? I guess we'll see. Let's talk about our female veterans. They represent the fastest growing demographic in the VA system, yet they seem to have the smallest voice and representation. Women veterans have lodged informal and legal complaints about trauma suffered both in the military and as veterans. This bill seeks to address these problems that were previously ignored or dismissed outright by the VA. Shame. Next up, homeless veterans. I was homeless for 2 years, living on the streets and the beach, so I know what it's like. My strong positive attitude got me through it and brought me here today to talk about the plight of our homeless veterans. This segment is growing every year, and many of those vets suffering from PTSD and other serious health issues are causing havoc throughout the system. This bill seeks to address ways to identify and reach out to these veterans and to encourage them to seek VA healthcare professionals for proper treatment. The number of homeless veterans is growing. What the heck are we going to do about it? Honestly. What's up next? Veterans exposed to toxic chemicals from burn pits. They've had to fight the VA since the first Gulf War 20 years ago, when toxic agents caused birth defects in children of veterans exposed to chemical agents. How is it that Congress and the VA have chosen to ignore these exposures for so long and are just now addressing the problem? The current bill seems to address important veteran issues, but focuses more on doing more formal studies and analyses rather than proactively aiding and treating our families and veterans right now. We must voice our concern to Congress and the VA, let them know that a whole lot of studies that go on for years and years and produce little ain't gonna cut it. One thing is certain though, Congress and the VA are very impressed with themselves, having worked 2 arduous years in the muddy trenches to bring us this sweeping bill. Regardless of the hype, I encourage you to read more about this bill and see how it affects you and your loved ones and your friends and colleagues. The VABA is a member-supported organization that needs your input. Your opinion counts. Share it with us so we can grow stronger together. Will you please? Click on the link in this video to read more about this sweeping bill so you can weigh in with your thoughts, ideas, and opinions. This Bo Riley, on station with the VABA. Thanks for stopping by. See you again real soon.